Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins, and Trevor.
Point. And Derek's sister, Iris, she spent the rest of her life fighting for his name. Now, in 1993, so that was 40 years later, she managed, with a lifetime of work, putting pressure on, explaining it, everything, wouldn't let the matter go, wouldn't let it die. She actually won a royal pardon of Derek in 1993, so that he was pardoned for what happened because of the obvious unfairness, you could say, of the joint enterprise law. That he was if they both been together, you could say, well, he didn't pull the trigger, but they were both there. That's one thing. But he was under arrest. This is what I've never got my head around. And anyway, Iris, she fought for him. She got this to nearly to a dying day. She got this royal pardon, but she still wanted the conviction quashed by the Court of Appeal. Now, she died soon after that, but her daughter Maria promised her mum that she would keep fighting to get this. And in 1998, the Court of Appeal finally quashed his conviction. So he should have been found not guilty, basically. Instead of which, he was hanged for a murder that his accomplice committed, who then spent 10 years in prison and then lived, maybe still lives, I don't know whether he's alive, as I say, but he lived quite a long time after that and may still be alive. Now, my question to you, Cuz, is, do you think Derek Bentley should have hanged?
It's a simple one from me, actually, because I don't think it should have hanged. I don't think so. However, I do think that he deserves time incarcerated. Now, because of the severity of the crime, and obviously the judge trying to send out a message, I think it's all about message. It was about justice in a way, because a life was lost, but it wasn't about meting out justice as it should be. It was about sending out a strong message that the police were not to be messed with in the way that he did. Well, he wasn't really messing with the police. He actually took the life of a policeman, but he was just trying to send out a really strong message in support of the authority, really. But I don't think that was I don't think that was the right justice. I don't know if there's a wrong justice, but I don't. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't know what point where you stand on this anyway. But my point is, he shouldn't have been harmed, because it could have been misconstrued to be implying something else or something different. Yeah, so that is my take. That's where I stand on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm in agreement. I think it was completely wrong that he was hanged at all. And as I say, it was one of those cases which eventually led to the massive national debate about the death penalty. And in fact, another significant case was the last woman to be hanged in England. Oh, right. I think it was in about 1956 or 7. Her name was Ruth Ellis, same surname as my two granddaughters, Kimberly and Lucy. So I've often wondered if there's a sort of connection. I don't think there is down the line somewhere. But hers was pretty much a crime of passion, where she shot dead her lover because I think he cheated on her and so on. So I don't know. I think nowadays crimes of passion are treated, a crime of passion has almost a natural defense that you were not perhaps in your right mind, as you were saying earlier, when you actually shot somebody. Now, that may not diminish the awfulness of killing somebody, but it was felt again at the time she shouldn't have hanged for something like that, but she did, and she was the last woman to be hanged in this country. But overall, when you look at the death penalty, what is your instincts? Now, we both agree in the case of Craig and Bentley, and it makes a very interesting read for anyone listening who wants to read an interesting case. Craig and Bentley, Christopher Craig, Derek Bentley, is one to look at. But we both agree, you and I, Cuz, that Bentley should not have hanged.
No.
But what about some other? We won't go to specific cases, but generally, in the case of a really, massacre, a mass slaughter of people.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.